Oh, hello. How are you today? Doing good, I hope. Today, folks, I'd like to show you how to make a dish that I love called yaki udon. It's a Japanese dish made of udon noodles. We're going to put some mushrooms in it, and we're going to put some brisket in it. We're going to put some sauce in it. We're going to put our heart, our soul, and some love into it. So let's get started. What you want to do is get you a pot. You want to fill it with some water, and you want to bring it to a boil. All right, so we're going to put that on high for a while. Sanokiya udon. I got this from the international grocer down the street from my house. They sell a lot of Asian food. This is a package of frozen cooked udon noodles. You see, they're thick and they're a brick and they stick together through thick and thin. A couple other things we're going to use in this dish: sesame oil, sesame seeds, white pepper, salt in a Foxy shaker, a little bit of canola oil, sliced mushrooms, some brisket from the brisket spot. Now, you could probably vastly improve this dish if you want to get out there all day and smoke your own brisket. Maybe grow your own mushrooms, grind your own pepper, liquefy your own sesame seeds for sesame oil. Is that where it comes from? I don't know. A lot of this stuff is store-bought, so it's real easy to make, which we like, because I am lazy. You see, we're getting a few bubbles here, but we want this to be a nice rolling boil, because when you drop this frozen brick of udon noodles in there, it's going to cool down the water considerably. Almost forgot the secret ingredient: yakisoba sauce. Also got this at the international grocer. Hard to find because everything is labeled in its language of origin. But you can order it if you don't have a good grocery store. Maybe you live in a little town that only has a general store. You go to the internet for something like that. I am fortunate enough to live in a thriving, diverse city, so I have access to a lot of neat stuff. Looks like we're coming to a boil here. That's what we want to see, a nice rolling boil. So you take your brick of udon, drop it right in there. Don't burn yourself. See, it stopped boiling almost immediately. And you just want to kind of move it around. You'll feel it getting softer. You don't want to pry these noodles apart because you don't want to break them. You just want to kind of nudge them around and see how they're doing. This should take a minute. You're not cooking these. This isn't spaghetti, folks. There we go. You're just separating them. Just getting the frost off them. Move them around. There we go. Now you got them flowing, you know? They're nice. They're separated. They're soft. You don't have any stuck together with ice clumps. Alright. So I'm going to turn the heat down to a little medium while I get ready. Take this off and strain it. There we go. Now when you strain them, you want to run cold water over them and kind of move them around and cool them down. You don't want them to be sitting here hot. So just swish them around with some cold water. There we go. Get them cool. Cool as some noodly cucumbers. Strain them. You don't want them sitting there, dripping wet either. All right, now you take your sesame oil and you sprinkle it on these cold noodles a little bit. Toss them around, get that oil all over them. This adds a lot of good flavor and makes it so the noodles don't stick together while you're preoccupied sauteing. You want a pan? I have a pan, I don't have a wok. You want a wok? Wok would be better, but I don't have a wok. I'm gonna put a little bit of canola, just a little bit. You don't need much. Let's let that heat up while I rinse my shrooms. Folks, if there's anything you're going to take away from this, it's rinse your shrooms. They are grown in some foul conditions. Got a little guy here. Just going to put a handful of these shrooms in there. Clean them up. Take that pan to medium high. See that canola gets real runny. Boom, shrooms. Maybe a little salt for the shrooms. Maybe a little regular pep. Toss them around. Get them covered in that hot oil. The mushrooms, in my experience, take a little while to cook. That's why I start them first. You can do this with no mushrooms, and then you don't really have to do this. You can do this with bok choy, some people do, some zucchini, squash, your vegetable of choice. But mushrooms, I like to give the mushrooms a little head start before I start the race here. Garlic. If garlic isn't in everything you cook, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I almost forgot it here. I'll take let the spirits guide me on how much garlic to put in there. Yeah, that's smelling good. Shrooms. Once you've given your shrooms some time to think about what they've done alone in the pan, you want to add your other ingredients. I'm doing brisket because my life is dope and I do dope shit. Chicken, steak also work well. Maybe some pork. I don't know. I haven't tried that. I haven't cooked this very often, actually. This is my first time with the brisket. Sort of breaking it up into little pieces. All right. Yeah, baby. My brisket's cooked, so I'm just heating it up. I'm gonna throw in my cold Noods. Yeah. Look what we got here. This is where it's time for the seasoning. So you take your yakisoba, splash it in there, hit it with the white pepper, salt it with the salt. Coming together, huh? You see what I'm getting at here now. So this is starting to look like something you might get, you know, at a Japanese restaurant. Just cook it up till everything's nice and hot. Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna hit it with the sesame seeds. There you go. Turn off that heat. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. That's a good looking lunch. What are you having for lunch? A PBJ? Chicken nuggets? Just get on my level, you know? You only live once. Do something nice for yourself. Cook. Learn to cook. For Christ's sake. Alright. Well, that's all I got for you today. I'm gonna go eat this. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Be great to each other. And goodbye.